Simon's been in Paris for 2 days now, and he's already been in trouble with the police.
This is my first time in Paris, and I've been stopped by the police.
But he's managed to poach a waitress and a maitre d' for the opening night, and with 3 days to go, the problems are mounting up. His mooring permit hasn't arrived, transforming the boat into a restaurant has barely begun, and Simon's menu still isn't finalised. It's 10 in the morning, and Simon's about to say bonjour to the police again. But this time the atmosphere's a little tense, and they've got bad news. Without a permit, they're threatening to remove him. And on top of this, they're concerned about his safety measures.
The entry will be here, straight across. So when the people come aboard, they're here, they're contained.
But the police also want to know where Simon will be sourcing his fresh water. They don't want any of his guests going down with dysentery.
Nous avons un arrangement de cette bateau et de l'eau là, la poubelle.
I don't know.
Right,
you must see with
that's arranged.
Yeah.
It all seems a bit disorganised, and the police remain unconvinced. Without a permit or the correct safety procedures in place, the restaurant simply won't open. And Simon is beginning to feel the pressure.
They're surprising me by being concerned with safety. They wanted to know about the balustrades that were going to go around and how strong that was to be. These were the balustrades I had made in England. Well, these are the stanchions for them. So they are securely fixed around the edge of the restaurant deck. And then I have a tight wire, strong wire, running through those. And then I have the white rope for visibility, so people will see it as defined edge. And the plan is to bring people straight onto the boat from the quay, straight onto this deck, so they're contained in a pen. These things are always going to hit us. I mean, you make all the preparations and plans in advance, and then you deal with bureaucracy in a city in France.
His second run-in with the police in as many days has kick-started Simon into action. He's let crucial things slip for too long, and now he's got to act. Otherwise, they'll slap a ban on him opening his restaurant. So Simon gets started on the balustrades. It's fiddly, time-consuming work, but at least it'll keep the police off his back.
Don't like it. Rope's dirtier than it was meant to be.
He might not like them, but to keep the police happy, he's going to have to leave them up. They've also been on a shopping trip to buy extra kitchen equipment and plates.
Where do we start? Put you some washing up gloves. That's a good little shopping mission, this. Champagne flutes, good plates, for the right price. That's a good start, I need more. This is the tip of the iceberg of a restaurant. And that's 800 euros for some tables and this stuff. It just doesn't look much when it arrives on the boat. Probably about the same again to go. Finances are, as usual, tight. End of the mission. Everything costs more than you think.
They've also bought some cheap wooden tables that they plan to cover with hired linen. With deck space at a premium, 16 guests plus a maitre d' and a waitress might make it overcrowded, so careful table planning will be needed.
We're going to open a restaurant.
He's also got his power to worry about. Where will he source it from? And is it legal?
Yeah, I've got to get quite a lot of power, a lot of juice to run the kitchen and the lights of the deck now. I was supposed to be hooking up to a boat behind me to take a lead from there, but it's not really up to the job. So I'm going to have to run my generator, which is what it's for. But of course the noise is going to be impressive, so now juggling where it's going to go. I've got safety issues about getting a wire across a public footpath and all that stuff that goes on with legislation.
But just as it looks like it's all coming together, Simon gets a phone call. It's his waitress and the maitre d', and they've called to say they don't want their jobs after all.
Yeah, staff seemed an easy problem. We had some staff. They just planned to let me down. Can't do it. So no maitre d', no sort of primary waitress at the moment. Finally, Simon.
Now he's only got 2 days to find new staff. Added to that, the police are still on his back over the mooring permit. It's been a stressful roller coaster of a day, and Simon's starting to look like a man under real pressure. It's now 48 hours before Simon's big opening night in Paris, the food capital of the world. He's really got to deliver something stunning for his menu to impress the clientele here. He knows what ingredients he wants. Each dish will have something from a region he visited along the way, but he still isn't clear how it will all come together on the night.
People keep asking me about the menus, and John's been asking me for what are we going to be cooking because he wants to start thinking about to do it. And I don't know yet. I'm still collecting my thoughts of everything we've done, and I don't like to plan too much. It takes the fun out of it, but I think it also takes a certain spontaneity out of it. Hey. Looking good.
Even if his menu isn't finalised, at least his guests will not be short of a drink or two.
Fantastic.
As promised, the chef at Michel Laroche's restaurant delivers 6 cases of Grand Cru Chablis for the opening night.
Now that's a carte blanche, isn't it?
And his salt marsh lamb has arrived from Valery-sur-Somme, the place he visited when he first arrived in France. All of his ingredients have been inspired by the people that he's met during his trip through France. It's the end of another hard day, and Simon is finally about to get news from the Port Authority that he has a permit to moor the boat.
OK.
And
Thank you for that.
The police comes. You just have to present them.
OK.
Okay.
OK.
And you will be protected.
Great. The police came today and they were asking for this,
Yes,
so great. Fantastic. Well done. Well done.
No problem.
It all seems so simple now. He's waited 3 days for the permit, and finally he has permission.
This thing makes me legal. I can be here. I'm allowed to be. The police will be happy too.
But inevitably for Simon, good news is often followed by bad.
Where should we be?
Just behind.
That way.
Under the bridge.
Under?
Yes.
Now he's being told that he has to move the boat. There's been some confusion about the exact position of the mooring.
Right here, my guests have got Notre Dame, which was the point. I go there, it's a bridge.
Simon is seething, and the pressure of the last couple of days is finally getting to him.
But it just doesn't feel right. It's a
Forgetting as
bridge.
well that we're
It's a massive blow for Simon. He hasn't come all the way to Paris to park the boat under a bridge.
Oh, this mooring's cost me £1,500. For a restaurant with a view of Notre Dame, not a bloody concrete bridge looking at the back end of someone else's boat. And the whole point of being here is that view. Let's see what the man says. And then at least they can see.
Yes, but
Maybe, so we can think about coming this far under.
But the man from the Port Authority is refusing to budge. Simon feels helpless. He's run out of time and ideas, and he's got no choice other than to move the boat. With the restaurant due to open in less than 48 hours, Simon will have to pull out all the stops. He still has to find a maitre d' and a waitress, and the boat is stuck under a bridge with the perfect view of Notre Dame ruined. But Simon's come too far to give up now. Next time on Floating Kitchen, Simon has a midnight rendezvous at Europe's biggest meat market.
I do believe things come together at the last minute. It's just realising when the last minute is. And I think we're rapidly approaching the last minute.
But as the opening night gets underway, can he take the heat?
Oh, for sake, what are you doing with these checks, man?
Why, when he's achieved this, he's on the Seine, he's in Paris, does he then go and make himself suffer even more?
Has Simon finally reached breaking point?